Wants a screen.
5 seconds. Blackman. Tap won't go. Portland tried to call timeout, and they will put 1 second back up.
Well, Drexler is down right now. I don't know whether it's because of the excitement. He looks like he took a pretty good shot as he goes to the floor, and he is slow getting up.
Let's take a look at the action and watch the battle for the rebound.
Well, you see them go up right here, and the ball comes up. Drexler goes down right in there by Dantley, but he's right in the middle of the play, and he takes his shot. It's Wayne Cooper.
Wayne pushed him back into Adrian Dantley.
Well,
now this Portland is going double overtime.
No, 1/10 of a second left. 1/10 of a second left. Can you catch and shoot in that much time?
Did you have that fast a trigger?
Sure, you can get it in and you can get it up. It's just catch it and throw it in the direction of the basket. The question is, will they say you were in the shooting motion when you launched that ball? As soon as it hit your hand, you're just throwing it in you're throwing it in the direction of the hoop.
Hey, I know what you think. Milk is good food. Oh my. The Blazers had not been in an overtime game until tonight, but they've hooked up in a dandy with Dallas. Remember, the Mavericks led by 5 after 1, by a dozen at the half, by 3 going to the fourth quarter. Drexler's dramatic three-pointer from the left corner in the final 10 seconds of the fourth quarter sent us into the overtime. Richie Adebayo, the team is 9-6 since he took over. One-tenth of a second. John Wetzel was down there saying, hey, when I held up one finger, I meant 1 second, not 1/10.
Well, you know you're going to try to buy as much time as you possibly can, and you also know that, again, you're hoping for a miracle finish here.
Blazers have 1 3-pointer tonight. For those of you involved in the GTE three-point play contest, the team has made 25 threes this month. 1/10, alley-oop Robinson. Hit the top of the backboard, and Dallas will have the ball with 1/10. 1/10 of a second.
And look at the same opportunity. Portland tried one of the Boston plays, a lob and catch at the basket. Now again, all they're trying to do is get something at the basket to try to finish the game. You don't want to foul in this situation.
Steve, I'm predicting double overtime. One overtime is history. We are still tied. Portland 121, Dallas 121. Here we go, second OT.
Again, you want to stay as aggressive in your play in the overtime as you can. You don't want to have to make a lot of passes. Portland starts off with a turnover.
Herb Williams.
Now, these are the guys that Portland would like to see handling the ball. The guys that are up front. They haven't spent a lot of time talking about high percentage play for the big people. Knocked back to Herb Williams.
And Dallas reloads the offense. Dantley to Donaldson. Pressured. Jump ball. Cliff Robinson. James Donaldson.
Cliff Robinson made the initial play on the ball, stayed after it. He felt he tied him up. They're both out of bounds. Robinson holds him up.
Donaldson, of course, with that tender left knee. It's the one that's bothered him this year, though the surgery was on the right knee.
They say that Cliff Robinson stole the tap, so Dallas will get it back.
4:16 left, second overtime. Blackman down low, it's Dantley. And the Blazers, Robinson rebound. Lead to Drexler. Big jump. Yes, Kevin Duckworth.
And that's the greatness of Drexler right there. Looked as though he was going to be right at the basket, drew a lot of traffic, and was able to find Duckworth on the other side for the first 2 of the second overtime.
3:45 left. Donaldson.
For whatever the reason, they decided to change the tenor of their attack. It's good. Duckworth.
And the foul on Herb Williams.
Well, you play long enough, you get enough breaks. Duckworth travels before he gets fouled. And so the things that have gone against Portland finally come their way. Duckworth was trying to drive it home with 2 hands. And last night he was in this situation to bring Portland within 1 with 2 free throws. He is hopeful that in this situation he will make all his free throws tonight. Gets 1 or 2.
Portland leading by 3. 124-121. 3.5 to play.
Now, if they're going to attack inside, you want to keep these 2 guys passing the ball. Between them tonight so far, they got 64 points.
Tie game, 3-point field goal, Derek Harper. He has 34. Blackman has 33. 3:10 left. Duckworth.
Now they call the travel.
With 3:02 to play. Blazers turn the ball over. Turnover update tonight. 18 for Dallas and 13 for Portland. Tied at 124.
Now, these are the guys that are scoring the ball, and these are the guys you have to try to keep the ball out of their hands. Another 3-pointer by Derek Harper.
37 for Harper. Mavericks lead by 3. 2-man game. Porter at the well. Can't draw water. Harper deep. Dallas by 5. Portland timeout. The sights and sounds of Reunion Arena as Derek Harper explodes for 8 straight points, and Dallas goes from 3 down to a 5-point lead with 2.5 to play. Great performance by Derek Harper.
Well, as I said before, he has been shooting the ball well. He feels confident about putting the ball in the air now, so that's a player you can't leave. He bangs with 2 3-pointers. They make a steal, he gets an easy hoop. So that means there can be no pressure off of either one of these guys in the backcourt. You've got to try to make the inside guys beat you at this point in the game. With 2:28 to go in the game, there's still plenty of time for Portland to get back, but the next possession is critical for them in double OT, so they've got to get themselves a quick hitting opportunity. And again, you don't want a lot of people handling the ball because there are people that don't want to handle it, and in that case, somebody's going to cough it up.
For the Trailblazers, we know that Porter and Drexler are 2 that you want handling the ball. Who else do you want handling the ball?
In this situation, Duckworth is very good under the gun. So you've got 3 people, and if you're going to run something, you want to run something that involves any one of those 3 people and have the other 2 guys crashing the board, Cliff Robinson and Wayne Cooper.
Okay. Time remaining, second overtime. And the score, Dallas by 5.
Now the complexion of the game changes with the score right here. You're back into a 3-point contest with 2 minutes to play. So you want to make sure that you give yourself a good look at the hoop. Looking for Porter. Wide open.
Kept alive by Cooper. And the ball
with the 24-second clock up at the top and bounce back to Cooper. It was a good attempt to keep it alive. Now you got to have a stop.
Derek Harper with 39. Steve, that's a career high. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes right now. Harper.
Finally missed.
Blazers didn't have a man on him. Porter all the way. Draws the foul. Score! 24 for Porter, 10 in the overtime.
Aggressive play usually gets you something good. Porter's very strong with the left hand, gets a good bounce, now has a chance to bring Portland back to within 2.
Ball is on Herb Williams. 3-point play for Terry Porter. So now you're in a situation where with a stop you can come back and tie.
Again, the guys that are making the shots are the 2 backcourt guys, so you got to make them cough it up to somebody else.
Harper, shot clock at 6.
And they're basically playing catch. Cliff Robinson got a piece of that ball. Almost made a big block. Now you got 5 seconds. You got to be aware that there are 5 seconds on the shot clock. And again, you want one of those big guys who haven't been shooting it to try to get the shot up.
Blackman. Blocked inside Portland.
Shot clock violation.
The 24-second shot clock goes off, and with 1:26 to go, Rick Adelman leads the applause for his team's defensive stand. So they get the stop that is so important. Now a basket would tie the game.
Now the one play that they haven't run for Drexler tonight is the post up inside on the box, and they could get the ball to him and bring Donaldson out to keep the pressure away. Instead, they clear his side.
Drexler, tough shot, won't fall. Tap won't go, tie game! Wayne Cooper.
Cooper nearly got a goaltend. That shot that Drexler got up looked like it was going to go back in. He got a piece of it and kept it alive 3 times to get it to go in.
Blazers refuse to die. Open, Blackman, help, Harper. Good switch by Drexler and Porter. Shot clock at 7. Blackman. Rebound Portland, 42 seconds left. Tied at 129.
Now you say right here they want a 2-man game between Duckworth and Porter. Porter trying to force the switch. They do. Duckworth.
It doesn't stay down. Second time tonight the Blazers have had one kick out. 20 seconds to play. Shot clock running 2.5 ahead of the game clock. Game clock on your screen. Let's watch. Harper. Donaldson. 1 second. Blazers ask for timeout. Now half a second. Half a second left in double overtime. Tied still at 1:29.
It cannot go any deeper in the well and not stay in. Duckworth is amazed. He shot that one as true as he could, and it went down. Looked like it was going to stay in the hole and give Portland an advantage. And this is a 2-man game that they want. They want to force a switch, and you'll see Porter getting as deep and getting the angle as he can. That forces Herb Williams to come out. There's Duckworth clean, and this ball goes in and pops out. And that's life in the fast lane. Whenever you shoot the ball and you see it rattle like that, you usually know it's going to come down the bottom. Rick Adelman stomps in disappointment, but the good thing is they have 5 tenths now. And they will get the final shot again.
Oh. Now, there you see Wayne Cooper, number 42, assistant coach Jack Shallow with his arm around him. Cooper had the huge play a moment before in order to give Portland the tie at 129 on the tip.
Cooper makes a big play.
Remember now, that's 5 tenths, half a second. And Dallas will get the ball.
Well,
wait a minute.
They are saying that no one touched the ball. The clock went off, so Dallas will get it back.
And that's correct. No one did touch the ball. Robinson tried to catch. You'll see that no one touches this.
Well, the pass is led just out in front of him, and it just floats out of bounds. 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 And it just floats out
The other thing about that we saw was the clock started before anybody ever touched the ball. On the inbounds pass, that clock is starting before it even gets to Cliff Robinson, and that should not happen.
Well, again, it's home court advantage.
Now you watch this. Here's all the evidence you need.
The clock now starts as the ball bounces and goes out of bounds, but Cliff Robinson never got a chance to tip it or anything, so Dallas will get a chance. Haven't we seen this play before? With 1/10 of a second left, Portland threw it out. Dallas got it back, had a chance to finish.
I think we're going triple overtime. Each team scored 12 in the first overtime. Each team has scored 8 in the second overtime.
Well, Derek Harper scored all of Dallas points in the overtime with the 2 3-pointers and the layup. And it looked like he was going to be the hero. And then Portland responded with the Porter 3-point play. And you can see the backcourt combination tonight. For Dallas, it has been huge. 72 points to Portland's 53. Again, what you don't want to do is make an errant mental mistake and leave somebody clean. They get another timeout. They may as well burn them all right now and trying to make sure that they get themselves a good look.
Let's pause here. 5 seconds for station identification in double overtime. You're watching the Trailblazer Television Network. They're happy here in Dallas, and they should be, Steve. You come to a ball game, you never know for sure what you're going to see, but there's no question everybody got their money's worth tonight. This is also one of those interesting games in terms of a team's collective psyche. Dallas had won 4 in a row, a long homestand, 16 of 21 games are at home, and Portland badly needs a win after losing 3 straight on the road.
Well, after an effort last night, I expected Portland to come in here and represent themselves well. They did that. After a slow start, they came out and really played their kind of ball to get the game into an overtime situation, and then it has been a strategical battle since that point. And again, the key in overtime is simplicity and aggressiveness. You want your plays to be very simple ones, but you want them to be very quick and very aggressive, and you want to put a lot of pressure on the officials early in the ball game to make calls in your favor. When it comes down to situations like this, almost anything can happen, and it goes into that gray area known as judgment.
129, half a second left. Dallas ball. Harper will inbound.
Now you want to make sure that you don't leave anybody uncovered at the basket. You want to make someone have to catch the ball and shoot it.
And no shot. No shot. We are going dump.
And for the 3rd time with a jump. Dallas control.
Herb Williams, Wayne Cooper, Blackman.
You know, the people here are confused. They don't know whether to stay or to go. Donaldson starts it off for them inside. But again, those are the guys you want to shoot the ball. Donaldson, Stanley in this case, and Herb Williams.
Dallas leading by 2. Opening minute, 3rd overtime. Entry pass, Duckworth, spins out. Donaldson the rebound. 23 rebounds. He's 1 away from matching the all-time club record. 131-129. Shot clock at 8.
Fatigue also is beginning to take place in this ball game, so you want to try to get the ball to some fresh people. Porter with the drive, and again, that's where aggressiveness and simplicity comes into play. You want to make the play. Porter misses that.
Dallas did not play last night. Of course, the Blazers played in Salt Lake City and then flew in this morning. 131-129 Dallas, 3:50 left, 3rd OT.
Blackman right at the basket, leaves it short.
Strong defensive play inside. Blazers looking to tie. Porter. Rebound Donaldson, his 24th. 3:20 to play. Shot clock at 5. Harper leaves it short. Cooper rebound.
Now right here, see, they've got them spread out. You got to keep going. Somebody's got to bring it to the basket. Drexler does.
Clyde Drexler with 30 points. His first points, though, since the fourth quarter. We have 2:56 left. Both teams start the third overtime with 3 timeouts.
Blackman is not a driver per se. Drexler reaches in and makes the steal.
Harper back, 2-on-1. It falls.
You should have seen Rick Adelman. He goes down on his knees. He's saying yes, yes, and that ball almost sat right there on the lip. You'll see Drexler make the steal. See Robinson give him the ball where he can take it strong to the hoop. Now watch what the ball does. It bounces back. Look at Cliff. You'll see the play is there for Robinson. He gets contact and the ball. This is a bad basket. It is a real tight rim.
And you could see one by one the Blazer players on the bench just coming up out of their chairs. Rick Adelman made a move on.
They've outshot their opponent. 3-point play for Robinson. Portland ahead by 3.
2.5 minutes left. Triple overtime. Donaldson, contact. It falls. James Donaldson. He has 17 points tonight and an all-time team record 26 rebounds. Blazers by 1. Porter careless with the ball. Shot clock at 10.
Now in this situation, you really don't want Duckworth to be that far from the hoop, but he does have the ability to put the ball on the floor. He surprised everybody with it right there. Donaldson came out, Duckworth attacked the basket, and will get to the free throw line. Again, being the aggressor gives you a better chance to get to the line, and Duckworth made a play when there was none.
Duckworth, very good free throw shooter on the year, 1 of 2 tonight. He has 20 points. The foul was Herb Williams' 5th. Sam Perkins is fouled out for Dallas. Jerome Kersey is fouled out for Portland.
You talk about a galvanizing game. This could be one for Duckworth. Putting back-to-back ball games together against 2 powerful types of centers in Eaton and Donaldson, and playing better with his head as he has been a factor in this game with just 22 points and 12 rebounds. Harper was wide open at the basket, and that's a gamble you don't want to make.
Wayne Cooper credit the basket to Dallas. Rolando Blackman, he has 35.
See, Blackman gets in. The last time he was in that position, Drexler did make that steal from the reach from behind, but you don't want that to be a way of life. Again, you want to be aggressive in your play. 2-man play. Drexler.
Strong, rolls it up softly and in. Clyde Drexler with 32. Blazers lead by 3. 1:25 to play.
Now this is when the predictability comes into play. Now you know they're going to go back to the 2 guys that made it happen for him. You want to make Harper shoot that ball. He does. Off the drive and gets fouled.
Kevin Duckworth, the foul, his 4th.
Right there, they turned him loose. He did a nice job of avoiding the defense until he was right at the basket. You see him telling the fans, how about that?
Derek Harper with the biggest offensive game of his career. 40 points. This to tie. 41 for Harper. 1:10 to play, and we're tied in triple OT at 1:38. Duckworth sets up one-on-one with Williams. It goes. Kevin Duckworth. And again, Steve, you talked about that. Duckworth wanting the ball down the stretch and being a good play. Duck limped back a little. 50 seconds.
This is a stop you want to have. Drexler almost a steal from the rear. 11 seconds on the shot clock. You know you're now into all that 2-for-1 situation. If you can stop and get the ball back here, you can almost control your own destiny.
And you don't want to give Harper a shot at 3. Blackman for 3.
Sure.
Rebound, Portland, Cliff Robinson.
Drexler was wide open. Nobody looked down the floor. And they want a spread floor with Porter handling the ball.
Shot clock at 13, 12, 11, and 10.
Dallas is going to get a chance to do something. Porter drives and scores.
Terry Porter. The basket counts.
You'll see Porter aggressively goes to the basket. Blackman trying to make the play from the rear. The fans behind us say no foul. Whether he fouled or not, Porter wants that basket to give Portland that 4-point edge. He goes in strong. So when they felt they weren't getting calls early, they got them down the stretch when they needed them. And they now have a chance to go up by 5 with 20.9 seconds left.
Correct, 32. All right. Dallas timeout. 143, 138 in triple overtime. All right, Blazers by 5, 21 seconds left. Blackman trying to get a 3. Can't do it. No foul.
All you want to do is hold the ball. You'll just spread the floor, move the ball. You don't even want it to stop at this point. Move it around, throw it, and before they get there, Cooper gets the foul.
6.8 seconds left. Brad Davis gets the foul, and the Trailblazers are now just 7 seconds away from locking up this win, snapping the losing streak on the road, going to 19-10 in the final game of the decade. Boy, what a way to close out the decade. Here's Coop. Yeah, those Denver Nuggets are saying, hey, this guy's still earning his money, isn't he? That has to be a little sweet for Wayne, knowing they're in the stands. Coop has 11 tonight.
They call a timeout.
144. Rebound Dantley. He'll score. Final second. Blazers lead by 4. And it's over. And the Portland Trailblazers win in triple overtime. The final score, Portland 144 and Dallas 140. Do we get our screen? Yeah. I think Bert. Inside Porter to a cutting Clyde Drexler.
That's one of those lull your opponent's sleep plays because he thought that Drexler was going to set a screen on the other side. Suddenly he's right at the basket. Maxwell, who couldn't make a basket against the Lakers 3 for 13, starts off the same way tonight.
We have 3:49 left, first quarter. Trailblazers on top, 21-17, battling back from an early 6-0 deficit. excellent start. Both teams well on their games in the opening panel.
Maybe they like this better than they did last night. They had the early lead, and they didn't do so well with that early lead.
Brakowski rolls inside and is fouled by Kevin Duckworth.
Now, the thing that Kevin has to do against a player like Brakowski is basically control him and keep him in front of him. He doesn't want to get any foul trouble against him because he's got to do a lot tougher job against David Robinson.
Kevin now with 2 fouls. The Blazers with 3 team. At the line, Brakowski, whose best friend is actor Charlie Sheen. First Trailblazer substitution, veteran Wayne Cooper will come in and replace Kevin Duckworth. And Portland's lead is cut to 2 at 21-19 with 3:40 left, first quarter. Kersey leaves for Buck.
Right now, with Robinson out, they got a good chance to exploit the matchup between Drexler and Vernon Maxwell. They get the foul against Maxwell trying to keep Drexler out of the paint. But as long as you don't have a shot blocking center inside and you want to run some stuff in the middle for someone like Drexler, who's also a good scorer and passer, that's when you got a chance to hurt an opponent.
3 team fouls now on the Spurs. Ball is out of bounds and will be retained by Portland. Rick Adelman, who spans the 20 years. And there's Larry Brown, a miracle in San Antonio, Steve. Last year he looked 55 years old, and this year he looks 45. How does that work?
Hey, you get some good players, it'll take a lot of years off of your life. Maxwell.
Game tied, 21-21. 3:05 left, first quarter.
Now, against pressure, the thing you don't want to do is panic, and Porter had a mismatch with Brakowski and wants to make sure he makes him pay.
And Terry Porter does with his second field goal, and the Blazers push back on top at 23-21. 2:40 to go, first quarter. Sean Elliott cruised to the hole and scored. Elliott's second basket, and we're tied again at 23. Timeout. 2:25 left, first period. We're tied.
Gymnastic and tumbling express will be performing at halftime this evening from the 1980
Antonio bench, and now coming into the game, 39-year-old Caldwell Jones, a Blazer the last 3 years, and now a San Antonio Spur.
And Caldwell Jones seems to be basketball's answer to Satchel Paige. A, he's never looked back, so he doesn't know anyone is gaining, but he has the kind of body and the kind of game that appear to be ageless, and he's been able to play a long, long time and be very efficient.
Did he really come here for the chili dogs?
He may have. You know, he eats them early in the morning.
2:25 left, first quarter. Drexler to Buck. Foul is called. At 2:18 left in the period, it's on Caldwell. He played 5 minutes in the Spurs opening night win over Los Angeles, 106-98.
Buck Williams is probably going to be the beneficiary of more Drexler passes than any of the other guys that are out there on the floor. Buck kind of has made eye contact and has a chemistry with Drexler that whenever Clyde penetrates, he gets himself in a position to where he can score. Got a nice pass, has a chance to get a pair of free throws.
More passes than he ever got from Pearl Washington and Jersey. And Buck has half a dozen points. It's 25-23. 2:15 left, quarter number 1. Brakowski and Cheeks. Brakowski rebounds into Maxwell. And Cheeks will penetrate. And a foul called on the Brakowski drive.
Brakowski did a good thing, got himself stationed down on the baseline, and when he got a chance to go to the hoop, the defense was broken down, just used the rim to come out the other side and drew the foul. Danny Young is in the ball game along with Cliff Robinson.
You saw Danny Young. Robinson is wearing number 3. He's the rookie out of Connecticut. Brakowski back at the line. And there you see Cliff. Handsome young man. And the coaches have been very impressed with him so far this year. His talent and his work ethic.
Well, Cliff got a little lesson to life on the road last night. It'll be interesting to see how he adjusts. There were a couple of plays which he thought were routine, and they ended up going against him. And we'll see if he's toughened up overnight.
We're tied at 25. Robinson. Robinson and Brakowski. And we'll have the foul. It's on Frank Brakowski. And the fans don't like it. One big change you detect at Hemisphere is the enthusiasm of the crowd. Larry Brown, flanked by his assistant coaches, they've put a new cast on the floor, and the people here like it. Basketball is back.
Basketball is back. You talk about the big change. There are people in those seats now. I mean, you hear that boo cascade down. You know that there's some folks sitting wail in the rafters up here, and it's almost a packed house.
Cliff Robinson makes 1 of 2 free throws. And Frank Brakowski does it again.
Well, Brakowski tipped that ball away as he and Buck Williams went up for the ball, and Portland will get it back so they have a chance to score. Maxwell fell down.
Drexler, entry pass, loose on the floor, mad scramble. And look at Brakowski. He wanted the jump ball, but doesn't get the call.
You'll see Drexler left the ball right in there for Buck Williams. He goes on the floor as a scrum of Brakowski. He wanted something for it. Drexler.
Cooper keeps it alive. Clyde on the way. Score off the glass. 8 points for Drexler, and Portland leads 28-25. A minute and a half to go. Brakowski. Oh, poor Frank. Robinson. Yes, Cliff Robinson.
That's the one thing had been missing from Robinson's shot, a little bit of arc, but the Spurs come back very quickly with Maxwell for 2 of their own.
Blazers by 3. 1 minute left in the quarter. Drexler on fire now. He's got 10. Bad elbow and all. 32-27 Blazers. When you see the clock in the final minute of a quarter now, you'll also see tenths of a second on your screen. And there it is. Rebound Robinson, and he's fouled. It's Caldwell Jones, his second.
Caldwell Jones is second. Right in the penalty.
That is part of the lesson I think that Cliff learned last night. Whenever you go for a ball, you got to go with it with some authority, and once you get it, you've got to control it. Last night, he did a great job of getting in a rebound and then very casually held it out, had his pocket picked.
Cliff now with 4 points. Caldwell, as you see, with his second foul. Robinson now 3 of 4 at the line and has 5, and the Blazers have their largest lead at 7. 40 seconds to go, first quarter.
Good block, Danny Young.
He's pushed out of bounds by Frank Brakowski.
Well, you just saw the clock at 34-1. And the reason that the NBA has gone to the international shot clock in the tenth of a second is to kill all of that controversy in the closing moments of game as to how much time was actually left on the clock, and to take away a lot of the coaches moaning and bellyaching about, we didn't get a good start on the clock.
All right, Brakowski out, David Robinson back in. And Mr. Consistency, Danny Young at the line.
So when you think about the way the Trailblazers started the period off, They've held their poise. They've done a good job of making San Antonio work real hard for everything they've done here in the last 7 minutes of play, and they now have control of the first period with Danny Young on the line.
Portland 35, Spurs 27. Shot clock is running 10 ahead of the game clock you see on the screen. Cummings finds Cheeks. First basket for Cheeks. Shot clock is off. Blazers lead by 6.
Now they're going to spread the floor and let Drexler try to create something. He's got about 7+ seconds. And out of it, Drexler comes out with the foul. He went in. He was hoping that he'd be able to pass off and ended up putting the ball in the air. Almost got the shot to go in and reacted to the rebound. You'll see right here, he was hoping he was going to get a call and did not. Robinson got the rebound. Drexler trying to make the steal, picks up the personal.
It's Clyde's second personal foul, so both Kevin Duckworth and Clyde Drexler now with 2. And here, without goggles, David Robinson, mathematics graduate at the Naval Academy. We had a chance to talk to him today, Steve, and a delightful young man. Willie Anderson back in. Most exciting player to come out of Georgia since Dominique Wilkins. 2.4 seconds left, first quarter. Robinson. And after one from Hemisphere, Portland 35, San Antonio 30. Just underway, second quarter. Pat Lafferty, Steve Jones courtside. Our director, George Wash, coordinating producer, J.R. Hillman. And delighted to have you aboard tonight. The Blazers leading by 5, 35-30.
Well, there have been a lot of changes out there, and you've got a chance to bring everybody up on the date. The Trailblazers have made some changes along with the Spurs who get an illegal defense.
All right, you'll see inbounding the ball, number 44, Drazen Petrovic. That's the star of the European circuit out of Yugoslavia. Marvelous pure shooter, still working himself back into condition. He's on the floor with Buck Williams, Cliff Robinson, Wayne Cooper, and Danny Young, who has the ball now. Spurs have brought into the ball game
Wingate is in the ball game as David Robinson knocks that ball away.
Danny Young. Rebound, Robinson. Vernon Maxwell. Maxwell. Rebound, Cooper. Both teams shot 50% in the opening quarter. Game's leading scorer, Clyde Drexler with 10.
Well, that means that Portland did a better job defensively. At one time, San Antonio was shooting better than 60. Maxwell throws that one away. So Maxwell still struggling, and this is a concern that Brown has. He feels that he might need another backup guard to play that position. Maxwell is really more of a scorer, less of a ball handler.
Buck Williams, Caldwell Jones. Shot clock at 5. Robinson. And Cliff Robinson now has 7, and the Blazer lead is 7 at 37-30 with 10:35 left, first half.
Cliff last night said that he would rebound from an off night, and he's shown that he's got that kind of resiliency in his ball game.
Wingate. Petrovic. Danny Young. Yes. Spurs didn't jump out on him, and Danny made him pay the price. And San Antonio asks for a 20-second timeout.
Spurs would like to extend the special.
Well, you see the score right there, and Portland feels very good about the position, and they're in. Larry Brown a little bit concerned, and that's why he wants to talk to his team. I'm sure he's going to tell them they're going to have to challenge every pass and every shot that Portland makes.
Well, let's look at what's on tap. We get to see a Phoenix team that did what Larry Brown hopes his Spurs team will do this year. They had a marvelous season under Cotton Fitzsimmons. Will be there next Wednesday night. Live, it'll come your way at 7:30.
Well, we know whenever you play Phoenix, you got to be able to score a lot of points. It's going to be a high-scoring contest. Ought to be a fun ball game.
They don't have a Riverwalk in Phoenix, do they?
No, you don't have to worry about drying off.
All right. 10 minutes left here in the first half. 39-30, Portland, largest lead of the game. Here's Willie Anderson. Maxwell with Danny Young called for the block. First foul on Danny.
Danny Young and Spurs first.
You know, we just got some scores from around the league. They're partial scores as we take a look at Jerome Kersey, and the ones at the most interest at the end of 3. The Indiana Pacers 72, the Detroit Pistons 49.
Oh.
Is that a misprint?
Boy, that'll straighten out Dick Versailles' hair. Robinson. 39-32 with 9:40 left first half. Kersey came in for Buck Williams. Petrovic. Give him an eyelash and he'll put it down. (41-32), Blazers by 9. We have 9:15 left, first half. Robinson, challenged by Cooper, and traveling called on David.
Now, it looks with the unit that they have out on the floor right now, they're going to try to concentrate more offensive efforts and energy through Robinson. They get the travel as he came across the lane. The Spurs, of course, wanted the foul.
6 turnovers on San Antonio. The Blazers have made 4. 9 minutes left in the quarter. How much of Larry Brown's style, Steve, is one that he began his first year in coaching with Carolina in 72-73, a team you played on? Has it changed much?
Well, you know, most coaches, they have a basic philosophy, doesn't change. They like to use, he likes to use the passing game, and it takes a little while for players to adjust to that. Willie Anderson throwing that one away.
And Danny Young finds Cliff Robinson. And Robinson able to score. Cliff now with 9 points in the game. He's had a nice stint off the bench. The Blazer lead is 11. 8.5 left in the second.
But the most difficult thing for a coach is when you have a lot of new players. Another turnover against Willie Anderson. Danny Young has it blocked, though.
Kersey the rebound. Way off to Cooper, and Wayne scores. And Portland leads San Antonio by 13. Timeout for Larry Brown. 8:12 to go, first half. Robinson shot draws the foul. It's on Wayne Cooper. On Wayne, it'll be his second.
Foul number 42. Wayne Cooper is second team foul. David Robinson at the line shoots 2.
The comparisons between Robinson and what Bill Russell did for so many great years.
Well, I mean, the only comparison that you can obviously make is they're both left-handed. They're both good defensive players. Robinson is a much better offensive player than Russell was at any stage during his career. But the foot speed and the quickness is what draws the similarity. And, of course, David Robinson will have to establish himself in the mode that Russell has already done. 12-point
Portland lead. Cliff Robinson. And it's Cliff Robinson who's making the big numbers tonight. And not David. Cliff Robinson now with 11. David Robinson has 7. 47-33, Portland. Wingate turned away, picks it up and knocks it home. First basket for David Wingate. Acquired from Philadelphia along with Maurice Cheeks in that big deal. Spurs extend the defense. Petrovic. Cliff Robinson.
When he misses, he generally is short with the ball, and that's something that he'll have to try to work on. Fortunately, Portland gets the ball back, looking back inside to Cliff.
Backdoor pass, turnover, ball with the San Antonio, Sean Elliott. Elliott too quick for Drazen Petrovic. And Maurice Cheeks and Terry Cummings will come back in for San Antonio. Terry Porter will be coming back in for the Trailblazers.
In the Minnesota game, they attacked Drazen Petrovic every time he was out on the floor with either Tony Campbell or Adrian Branch. Sean Elliott does it the first time he gets his hands on the basketball, and we'll see how Drazen adjusts to the offensive pressures that are going to be applied to him as he goes through the season.
We mentioned Terry Porter. Now Kevin Duckworth will join him. Coming out, Danny Young and Wayne Cooper. 47-35, Portland by a dozen. 6:45 left, second quarter. Sean Elliott, Pac-10 Player of the Year a season ago. In some panels, the College Player of the Year. 47-36, Portland. Next dead ball, Clyde Drexler will return to the Portland lineup. Drazen looking for the cutter Kersey. Ball deflected away, and here comes Clyde. Drexler already 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Petrovic will come out. Shot clock at 9. Jerome. Rebound to Cheeks. Elliott. And the foul is on Kevin Duckworth. That's his third, Steve. And it'll force Rick Adelman to go back to the bench.
And Duckworth had just gotten back into the ball game, but Sean Elliott showed the ability to take the ball to the basket. And a lot of people were concerned about that knee at the draft, but he's a player that's moving awfully good on a knee that was suspect.
Buck Williams waiting at the scorer's bench to replace Duckworth, but Kevin out there now with 3 fouls. Cliff Robinson and Duckworth double-team David, and it's on Cliff. It's the 15th foul on Portland, so the Spurs will shoot in the penalty situation rest of the way out as Williams replaces Duckworth at the 6:07 mark. And Portland leading by 11. That's Robinson's 9th free throw of the half. He's made 5. Halfway through the second quarter, 47-36 Trailblazers. Excellent first half for the red and black.
They've got Robinson out, and they'll try to go through Drexler. They get a foul against David Wingate. That's the first team against San Antonio in the first 6 minutes of the second period.
And last year, San Antonio, the leader, I think, in the NBA in fouls. Here's Drexler. And he's on tonight. Inside, outside, the passing game. Portland leading again by 13. Cummings scores and is fouled. Sweet move by Terry.
Well, Cliff Robinson will have to adjust to the offensive skills of Terry Cummings. Cummings down that low just spun off of him without enough contact. And Cummings is used to working against guys like Buck Williams. Well, Buck Williams is over there pounding David Robinson and keeping him away. Wayne Cooper will come in the game to give Cliff a break.
5:24 left, second quarter. Terry Cummings completes the three-point play. Terry, an ordained minister, trying to wrap up production on his first gospel music album. 49-39, Blazers by 10. Porter.
Drexler with the pass and Porter with a nice little shot off the glass. So what Portland has done is open things up and be aware where David Robinson is.
We hit the 5-minute mark. Cummings can't hit the shot. A rebound to Clyde Drexler. Portland 51, Spurs 39. Wayne Cooper.
The Drexler's played out of his elbow pad. You're going to have to redress him. Kersey, good rebound.
Heartbreak roll. And the offensive foul is called. Rick Adelman not pleased with that call. Big effort by Jerome Kersey. But the foul will go against Jerome, and that'll be his first of the night.
What Portland has done well since that opening outburst by San Antonio is keep them from getting any spurts turnover against San Antonio.
Porter against Cummings. Can't finish. Ball kept alive by Drexler, and Williams has it.
They got a mismatch with Buck against Wingate if they can get him the ball.
Nice pass to the weak side, and Cooper scores. Portland 53, San Antonio 39. 4 minutes left in the half. Second basket for Mo. Played college down here, West Texas State. But thought he'd retire in Philadelphia.
It's been a tough period of adjustment for Reese Cheeks. He's still kind of in a dazed, confused state about why the trade took place.
Cooper. Rebound, David Robinson. Almost stolen. Here comes Mo. Wingate has had real trouble with his shooting in the NBA. Just about 42% career in 3 years. 53-41, Portland. Coming up at halftime. First Blazer mid-game of the year with our trio of Michael Harper, Scott Zachary, and Monica Spolster. You'll enjoy it. Drexler misses, kept alive Cooper. Clyde again.
Well, he was in between. He was going to go off the glass, then he changed his mind. That caused a miss, but he had 2 good looks at the hoop.
3 minutes left in the half. A war between Buck Williams and David Robinson, and Buck will be called for the foul. Timeout, 2:53 left in the half, and Portland leading by 12. And I should say his backcourt as well. Clyde Drexler leads the team with 7 rebounds. 53-43, 2:50 to go first half. Shot clock at 5. At 3. And Buck Williams takes matters into his own hands and draws the foul, and it's on David Robinson.
Well, that was good defensive pressure and good poise at the offensive end by Portland as they waited, did a good job of getting Buck Williams the ball in an area where he could do some damage, got Cummings to commit, and Robinson couldn't get there in time.
Buck Williams at the line. Shooting 2.
7 points for Buck Williams. Buck at the line now at the 2:30 mark. 2.5 to go in the first half, and Portland leading by 11.
You saw the information under his name as to how he got here, and this could very well be one of those trades where, you know, you're always talking about how both teams get help. Sam Bowie has gotten himself off to an excellent start in New Jersey, as well as Buck Williams reestablishing himself out west.
Portland by 12. Shot clock at 5. Cummings comes up short. Blazers get the rebound from Buck. He's been averaging 9 rebounds a game in Portland's first 3 games of the year. We hit the 2-minute mark.
2 minutes left in the half.
Williams scores with 10 points. Buck Williams, a strong arsenal of inside moves off the drive and with either hand, right or left. 57-43. Kersey strips Robinson of the ball, but is called for the foul on Jerome, his second.
I think that's one thing that all first-year players are not really ready for next, the reaction of all of those players coming at them once they've gotten possession of the basketball. Robinson that time thought he was going to be able to get in a lot deeper in the paint, and suddenly there were a lot of people shooting at him.
David now 8 of 13 from the line. 10 points, 7 rebounds. 57-45. Portland by a dozen. A minute and a half, first half.
Well, you'll see one thing, that Robinson has got the kind of game that's going to get him a lot of cheap points. And if he works on his free throws, a la Moses Malone, and gets himself up around the high 70s, 80%, he could make a lot of easy scoring nights for himself and not get a lot of field goals.
Rick Adelman on the Blazer bench. The architect of the new attitude Portland Trailblazers. Buck Williams, and there's with the right hand. So he showed you good crossing from right to left. Now comes back the other way. Buck has a dozen. Portland by 14.
Well, they put Buck in a position where he could attack Terry Cummings, and Cummings has not reacted well, and Buck has made him pay.
One minute left to go. Shot clock at 2. Cheeks. Oh! San Antonio will have the ball. Again, we'll remind you, if you're joining us a little late, that when you see the time now, in the final minute of every quarter this year, you'll also see it displayed with tenths of seconds. Cummings. Portland 59, San Antonio 47. Porter and Cheeks duel down the sideline. Terry. Yes. 8 points for Terry Porter. Portland by 14. 40 seconds.
Cattleman is kneeling in front of us, and right now he's saying, where was some of that firepower in that third period against the Houston Rockets?
Robinson. 61-49. Shot clock 2 ahead of the game clock. And Portland will run time off. In these situations, Brown likes to pressure the ball and force the opponent to do something they don't want to do. And that's what happened. Cheeks, Elliott. 61-51. Cheeks. Halftime at the Hemisphere, and our score, the Portland Trailblazers 61, the San Antonio Spurs 51. Coming right up. Duckworth. Rebound, Terry Cummings. Willie Anderson. Inside to David Robinson, and a jump ball is called as Portland collapsed well and helped out. Willie Anderson looked like he was going to take the shot, dumped it off, and Terry Porter was there to give help, but the Spurs controlled the tap. To no one's surprise, Sean Elliott lost the ball to Buck Williams. Drexler challenged Robinson, turned away. Rebound Cummings, and Cheeks will run.
Well, the basket was there for Clyde, but he lost the ball on the way up, and both teams trying to get to the basket right now have not had any success, but they're looking to push it very quickly and then get the ball in deep.
Larry Brown. And his top drop choice, Sean Elliott, long. Neither team has scored through the opening minute of the third quarter. Kersey. And Robinson with another Spurs rebound. Cummings. Rebound to Drexler. That's his 8th rebound of the game. He and Robinson, the two leading rebounders. Porter had 5 assists in the first half. Kersey. And there's the first basket of the third quarter.
Well, nobody's more relieved than Rick Allen. He's looking, he's thinking, not all over again. We've gone 2 minutes already. We haven't gotten a hoop. Let's hope that they don't go through another third period drought as they did against the Rockets at the Summit last night. Buck Williams with the foul against Sean Elliott.
That'll be Buck's second personal foul. So he joins a group of 5 now that have 2 fouls. Duckworth with 3. 10:18 left third quarter. The question here, was he in the act of shooting? The officials confer, and they will award 2 shots. There you see Ken Mauer, the official who made the call.
Elliott at the line, shoots 2.
Sean Elliott with the first. Porter with the rebound, and the Blazers lead by 11 at 63-52. Drexler. Porter. Rebound to Robinson. And pressured in backcourt. Clyde is called for the foul, and that's his 3rd.
Robinson trying to get that ball out quickly, and Drexler thought he was going to have a chance to make a play on the ball, got a piece of the arm.
10 minutes to go, third quarter, 63-52. Portland trailed early by 6, moved in front late in the first quarter, and has led ever since. Game has had only 1 lead change. Cheeks, bottom of the iron.
Cheeks made a good move, didn't have enough to finish it. Terry Porter making the play went out of bounds and came back in, so San Antonio gets it all over. You see the baseline open for Cheeks, comes out, a little bit of contact.
And Sean Elliott scores for San Antonio. And the Spurs now within 9. Kersey can't score, but draws the foul, and it's on Sean Elliott. First foul on Elliott.
We talked many times that whenever a player gets the ball that deep, he's going to create a lot of problems for the defense. Kersey got a good establishing position. There was no pressure coming to him, was able to spin in to get the foul.
Jerome has struggled at the free throw line through preseason and the opening 3 games. He is now 2 of 3 tonight in double figures with 10. 64-54, Portland by 10. Cheeks.
That has been a shot that has been the staple of Cheeks' career. A wide open jump shot. You're going to delay a game against San Antonio.
Larry Brown up exhorting his team to heighten the pressure defensively. Rick Adelman calling a set play. When you see the Blazer bench in the background, watch too the animation and enthusiasm this year. That's a big change from a year ago, Steve. Terry Porter. And Terry now in double figures with 10. 66-56, inside 9 minutes, third quarter. Ball knocked away and out of bounds by Duckworth. Portland has beaten San Antonio 10 consecutive times.
You'll see Kersey get there and reach in, deflect the basketball. But Sean Elliott looks as though he has the perimeter shot, passes it up. He likes the penetration.
Elliott. Rebound. Buck Williams. Porter waits for the offense to set and finds Kevin.
Duckworth.
For Kevin, only his second basket of the night. Played 9 minutes in the first half because of the foul problems. Challenged on the drive. Cheeks is fouled. Will go to the line and shoot 2. It's the third foul on Jerome Kersey. So he joins Duckworth and Drexler with 3.
Got to stop the basketball. Cheeks will go as deep as you will allow him, and he got all the way to the basket. He's trying to pick his game up offensively as he struggled in that first half of play.
And with that shot, Cheeks got as deep as the carpet in your den. Steady Mo Cheeks. Been a terrific player. And since they've kept steals in the recent history of the NBA, the last 15 years, he has more than anyone else. This year, he'll pass 2,000. 68-58, Blazers by 10.
Well, he's the kind of player that you can't fool around with the basketball in front of. Extremely quick with the hand.
Drexler. Tough roll. Rebound foul. Buck Williams. That's the third foul on Williams. So the Blazers now have 4 starters with 3 fouls. Everyone except Terry Porter, who does not have a foul in the game. Portland still leading by 10 at the 8-minute mark.
They got a mismatch looking for Cummings against Porter if they can get him the ball, and they do.
13 for Terry Cummings. 8-point game. Portland on top.
You hear the crowd. They have been out of it since early in the first period of play, trying to root their Spurs back into the game.
Ball was touched last by Robinson, but the officials missed the call and give it to San Antonio. It happened right in front of the Blazer bench and Rick Adelman. Spurs will try and make it a 6-point game. Sean Elliott. Portland timeout. 7:09 to play in the third. Portland leading by 6. The Spurs have closed Portland's lead to 6. 7:09 left, third quarter.
Plenty of time for Portland to reestablish themselves at the offensive end. The one thing they don't want to get caught up in is looking for the officials for excuses. They did a good job in that first half of executing and playing hard and taking advantage of situations. See if they can get back to that.
Drexler and Buck, 2-man game. Porter. Kersey. Williams shoved out of the way. Ball knocked out of bounds. Touched last by the Spurs. Drexler and Willie Anderson. Duckworth and Brokowski. And Kevin takes it home inside. Kevin now with 6. And it's 70-62. 6:35 left, third quarter. Sean Elliott. Strong drive, won't go. Tip in, Terry Cummings. 15 for Cummings. A 6-point game. Reach around foul on Sean Elliott. It'll be his second. Spurs have only 6 fouls collectively among their 5 starters. Back in, Vernon Maxwell, number 11, will replace Sean Elliott. 6:08 left in the third. 70-64, Portland.
Duckworth is going to claim he got pushed as they tried to get a pass from Drexler. Drexler trying to lead him to the hoop. Goes as a turnover.
Anderson. Willie Anderson brings San Antonio within 4. Closest they've been in a long time since the first quarter. Duckworth. Shoots. Cummings. And the Spurs retain possession at the 5.5-minute mark. Larry Brown yelling for a spread offensive set. Cliff Robinson, number 3, will come in, replacing Kevin Duckworth. Cliff had a fine first half with 11 points.
Well, Duckworth will get a quick breather while David Robinson is out of the ball game.
Tough matchups for Kevin. Akeem Olajuwon last night, David Robinson tonight. Extremely agile big men. Chase. And the rebound to Clyde Drexler. Deep, Porter. Fouled by Willie Anderson. It's Willie Anderson's 3rd personal foul. Let's take a look.
That was a great catch and throw by Drexler to Porter, who thought he was going to get a chance for a 3-point play. Didn't finish, but he'll be at the line for...
Blazers by 5. Burkowski, Anderson. Cummings. Porter, rebound.
This is where Portland has got to try to take advantage of the athletes they have out on the floor, try to push it and get it into the basket area. They find Cliff Robinson and he has a chance for a 3-point play.
It comes with 4:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Spurs will send David Robinson back to the floor. And the big 7-1 All-American will check back in. Terry Cummings will come out. Foul was on Burkowski, and it was his 3rd. Cliff has what you like to call an offensive mentality. Blazers rebound off the missed free throw.
Well, better than that, though. He has the tools to finish it. A lot of players have offensive mentality. They can't get in the basket.
Buck Williams, blocked by David Robinson. Foul is called on David, and the fans here scream.
Well, these are the kinds of plays that bring a team together, though. Buck Williams with a hard drive to the hoop. David Robinson with a good play on the top. Got him with the body below. The crowd here doesn't like the call. Robinson, he shakes his head and says, you know, as I look back up there, I think I got a good block.
4:36 left, 3rd quarter. Portland leading by 7. Sean Elliott returns. Willie Anderson is out. And Buck Williams with 13 points looking for number 14. Buck also with 8 rebounds. Clyde Drexler has 9. And Williams makes both free throws and has 14 points. So it's 75-66, and Portland has scored the last 5 points. Elliott. Beautiful play. Sean Elliott. 7 in the quarter, 14 in the game. The Blazer lead is 7. Robinson misses. Drexler keeps it alive, and the ball belongs to San Antonio. Wild flurry into the basket, coming up on 4 minutes left in the quarter. Robinson misses, and Kersey strong rebound.
Now with Maxwell, Cliff Robinson comes across for the drive. With Maxwell guarding Drexler, Portland has to think whenever they get in a situation where they need a hoop to go through Clyde to either make the pass or the shot.
77-68 Portland. Brakowski lost the ball, but is fouled by Porter. And Wayne Cooper will return for the Blazers and gives Buck Williams a well-deserved rest as Larry Brown pats Frank Brakowski on the backside. Says, hang in there, fella. There's Jack Shallow, Trailblazer assistant coach, talking with head coach Rick Adelman.
For two.
David Wingate back for the Spurs. Maurice Cheeks will get a rest. The foul on Terry Porter was his first. Brakowski played collegiately at Penn State for Dick Harter. And it's 77-69. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Quite a game tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Robinson to a post to Drexler. Clyde with the rebound. Robinson finishes. Cliff Robinson with 17 points.
Well, 6 in the period, but again, Cliff learned a lesson overnight. You've got to take the ball up with some authority to the hoop. Made an adjustment, went up strong that time for an easy 2 after the Drexler pass. John Elliott.
Off-balance shot won't fall, and here's Kersey out on the break. And that shows you David Robinson's speed. We have a timeout. 2:46 left, third quarter. Portland leads San Antonio by 10. 2:40 to go. Third quarter, and Portland leading by 10. Same margin they had at the half. Robinson almost tapped it back in the Portland basket. 2.5 left. Third quarter.
And Drexler's had some good looks at the hoop in this third period. Has not been able to get a field goal after having a good opening period. Ball bounced around.
And Danny Young picked it up. Here's Drexler. Slides by Elliott and scores. Gave Sean Elliott an NBA All-Star move. Left him nailed to the floor. 14 for Clyde.
Portland has withstood the first challenge of San Antonio here in the second half of play after seeing their 10-point lead shrink. They've gotten it back up to 12.
Blazers now with Cooper, Kersey, Drexler, Young, and Cliff Robinson. 1:45 left. Rebound to Robinson. Lead to Wingate. Foul, Danny Young. The savvy veteran foul. Blazers back to 10. Each team has scored 20 in the quarter. 1.5 minutes left in the period. Kersey. Jerome with Robinson. And the foul called on David. It's his third.
And you see Robinson react real quickly. The official said they got him below. He can't believe the call. But that will get Jerome Kersey at the line.
Blazers are now 14 of 20 at the line, 70%. Caldwell Jones, at age 39, back in the lineup for San Antonio. Jerome makes both free throws, and Portland's lead back to a dozen. We're moving towards the 1-minute mark left in the third quarter. Wingate for Caldwell. CJ missed inside, ball out of bounds, and will stay with the Spurs. 57 seconds left, third quarter.
Well, the Spurs did everything right on that play, made the extra pass, got the player right at the iron, but couldn't get it done. They'll get a new 24.
Bukowski scores, is fouled by Cliff Robinson, and will have a chance to complete a three-point play.
So the difference in the two possessions, and you talk about passing the basketball and what ball movement means, it doesn't mean a thing if you don't get the ball in. As Caldwell Jones misses the layup, they get the ball back. They do the same thing, swing it. Bukowski's down on the box. This time he scores and gets fouled. Cliff Robinson disagrees, but Bukowski has a chance for the three-point play.
It's 83-74. 9-point game. We've got a foul on the Spurs prior to the inbounds pass, and that's an automatic two-shot foul. It's on Vernon Maxwell. His third personal.
You see Maxwell right there trying to keep Danny Young from getting to the ball.
Young, a fine free throw shooter. Kevin Duckworth in, and Cliff Robinson will come out. .44 seconds left third quarter. A 9-point game. This would give Portland a 10-point lead. And the rebound to Willie Anderson. Anderson gets his own miss. Maxwell will reset. Shot clock. 5 ahead of the game clock. Wingate. David Wingate. He brings San Antonio within 7, and Portland will hold for 1. The shot clock is off. You see the game clock on your screen.
In these situations, they like to get the ball to Drexler and allow him to either create and make something happen. The defense forces him to give it up right away.
Cooper misses, and with just under 3 seconds left, the Spurs will have the ball. Terry Cummings will come in. Cliff Robinson will come in for Portland to replace Duckworth. Caldwell Jones will come out as Cummings checked in.
Spurs want to give themselves to get a chance to get the ball in the basket. They put some people in. Cheeks, Anderson, Wingate, Cummings, and Bukowski are all out on the floor for the final 2.9 seconds.
All right, Willie Anderson to inbound. Let's watch. Wingate. And after 3, Portland 83, San Antonio 76.
Rebound area.
All right, 83-76. We go to the fourth quarter. Robinson's shot is off the mark. And the ball belongs to San Antonio. In the third quarter, San Antonio had 25 points and Portland 22.
One thing Portland's been able to do with David Robinson here in the second half is negate a lot of that quickness inside. He's never had a chance to really blow by Duckworth or Wayne Cooper. And
David Wingate. And it's 83-78. Portland's lead is 5. It was cut to as little as 2 in the third quarter. Porter around Duckworth. Kevin with a shot clock at 5.
Big rebound, Duckworth.
8 points now for Kevin, and the Blazer lead pushed back to 7. 1 minute gone, fourth quarter. Blazers trying to go to 3-1 and beat the Spurs for the 11th straight time. And Wingate warming up. He's got 10, 8 in the second half. David Wingate. Offensive foul called on Buck Williams. The fourth personal foul. He's the first player in the game with more than 3. 85-80, Blazers by 5.
Well, of course, that becomes critical for Rick Adelman and the Trailblazers because he has to handle the likes of David Robinson and Kerry Cummings whenever Portland goes down at the defensive end. Maxwell.
Wingate to Maxwell. 85-82. The lead is 3. 10:20 to play. Duckworth. Blocked by Robinson. Maxwell, Robinson. No basket. Foul came prior to Cummings putting it back in. It's on Kevin Duckworth. 4th foul.
Maxwell got all the way to the basket, and anytime you do that, the defense is going to be broken down. Robinson was there to clear the rebound and put it back up. He draws the foul and is back at the line. Robinson, along with Drexler, the leading scorers at the half. They were shut down in the 3rd period of play. This is where he's done all his damage tonight.
The 4th foul on Duckworth. Boy, you saw the foul clearly with some excellent baseline camera work. It's 85-83, a 2-point game. Clyde Drexler will come in next dead ball. Porter can't spin it home. San Antonio can tie with a basket. Cummings stripped away by Buck Williams, and Danny Young has the ball.
You got to play. They want to get a 20-second timeout. As Danny Young was poked in the eye, they do.
Mike Szymanski, the Trailblazer trainer, is out with Danny Young as we watch.
See Buck reach in right as the ball is going up, and he'll get the ball, and you watch Cummings trying to make a play on the ball, gets Danny Young right across the eyes.
Danny coming off with Mike Szymanski. Clyde Drexler will come in for Danny Young. Young all right. Rick Adelman upset that no foul was called. Our computer line fast stats, despite the pressure defense of both clubs, haven't been too many turnovers. That's below average for both teams.
Well, there were some turnovers early against San Antonio. They made a little spurt there, and Portland had like a 2-to-1 advantage as we see Drexler come back out on the floor. Portland turned it over a little bit more in that 3rd period, but it's been basically a turnover-free ball game as you take a look at the block shots which favor the San Antonio Spurs.
85-83. Portland by 2. 9:20 left. Buck Williams.
Buck tried to slide all the way in. The ball went all the way to the top of the basket right there. Should have been out of bounds. And before there was any chance to call a foul.
Rick Adelman saying the shot was partially blocked, then rolled up on top of the backboard.
And
that should be automatically out.
That's out of bounds right there, and they don't call it.
And Duckworth then gets his 5th personal foul. Team fouls. Portland 2, Spurs none. Willie Anderson can't tie the game, and the Blazers still lead by 2 with 8:50 left.
You got to look. Drexler has got Maurice Cheeks on him, and if they can get him the ball, he got fouled in. There should have been a whistle.
Rick Adelman wants a timeout. And he wants to do battle with 40. Timeout. 8:41 left in the game. Portland's lead at 2. Trying to force it home, will draw the foul. It's on Wayne Cooper. 3rd personal foul on Wayne. 3rd team foul on the Blazers, and the Spurs still without a team foul in the quarter.
Robinson at the line, shoots 2.
David at the line, now 10 of 17. And he was in the mid-60s in college as a free throw shooter.
Well, in the first ball game against the Lakers, he got a lot of free throws. So, he has the ability to draw fouls, and now he'll just have to concentrate on making his free throws. 1 of 2.
And you see the score, Portland by 5 with 7:40 left.
They open up the middle, and they got the ball with Jerome, and they lose control of it. Drexler in to tie it up.
And that's the kind of scrap that you like to see if you're a coach. Watch Drexler come in to help out Jerome.
Well, there's Jerome, and Robinson gets in there, and then finally Clyde jumps in the scrum, and they get a jump ball. Vernon Maxwell comes in, David Wingate out.
7:22 left. 89-84 Portland. Our computer line fast stats. Blazers still with the lead in opportunities and a slight edge in percentage. Cheeks the corner chasing. 89-86. The Blazer lead cut to 3.
A real smart play by Robinson as he just knocked that one down court. Buck Williams asking for the ball, but he can't get it against Cummings inside.
Porter. FDIC. A bank off the glass. 91-86 Blazers. Robinson doubled and fouled. Jerome Kersey from behind. On Jerome, 4 personal fouls.
Portland has been the first team in the penalty all night long. They're in jeopardy now as they try to help on David Robinson. The ball is deflected, but he also got a piece of the arm.
Cummings and Williams. Whistle stops the clock with 6:33 left. The foul is on Buck Williams. 5 personals on Buck, 5 on Kevin Duckworth, who is on the bench, 4 on Kersey, 3 on Drexler, Cliff Robinson, and Wayne Cooper.
Rick Adelman puts up 5-0, not indicating a number of a play, but to tell the official that's 5-0, and we just got 6 minutes to play. The Spurs have yet to commit a foul.
Danny Young will check in for the Trailblazers. Buck Williams will come out. It comes out with 6.5 left. 91-87 our score.
Next 2 minutes and a half real critical to Portland in maintaining control of the ball game with Buck Williams on the bench.
Cummings, the Spurs leading scorer tonight with 16 and now 17 points. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Mark it down. 6.5 to go. The Blazers lead by 3. Let's check in again at 4 minutes.
Now they have David Robinson out high. When they're in this position, that's when they have a chance to get the ball to Drexler.
Block. Robinson. Drexler near steal on Cummings. Harry Cummings. 1-point game. Rick Adelman wants timeout. 6:02 to play. Portland leading San Antonio by 1.
Down here on the box, throw the ball in from here. He's already got a little guy on his hips. Instead, they run this motion, let him get back in there, and then he can make a play. He got him out there. He's going to return the ball real quick and get him in the
What's on tap? Our first cable game. Tuesday night, Portland and the Knicks. Make your plans to join us. We'll be on 7:30. All the action from the Coliseum.
Yeah, Portland will get a chance to get a little revenge after having a 20-point lead in last year's ball game and seeing it slip away.
91-90. Portland with 6 minutes to play. Porter. And the lead is 3. Terry Porter, 6 in the quarter and 17 in the game. Spurs keep nipping at the Blazers' heels, and Portland keeps finding an answer.
Cummings has been the guy for them down the stretch. They come back to him. 8 seconds, and they get an illegal defense against Terry Porter.
And it's been a frustrating night for Rick Adelman. And most of the frustrating calls have come from Joe Forte. 5.5 to play. Shoots, can't score, rebound to Clyde. Porter draws the foul. It's on Sean Elliott. 3rd foul on Elliott. First team foul on the Spurs in the quarter with 5:19 left in the game.
Well, it was a good decision by Portland and Porter to try to accelerate the play and take advantage of an early opportunity to get to the free throw line. You see Rick Adelman, constant chatter going right here with the official Joe Forte. But Forte has had a tough night, and again, you cannot get involved with the fact that he is struggling with the whistle. You've got to try to stay in command of your game and make the best play.
Concentration etched on the face of Terry Porter. Superbly displayed on the close-up. And it's 95-90 Portland with 5:15 to go. Elliott. Pressured by Clyde. Robinson. Blocked away by Cooper. And the ball goes to Portland. Willie Anderson will come back in for San Antonio. Big defensive stop by Williams. Buck Williams on the Blazer bench, up to lead the applause for his veteran teammate. Inside 5 minutes to go. Quick Computerland Fast Stats update.
Again, now you look at the mismatch. Drexler against Vern Maxwell. You got a chance to either get a good look at the hoop through him or a good pass to someone else. They come back inside to Kersey.
With the shot clock at 7, the shot is off the mark. And Cooper fouls Vernon Maxwell, who had squeezed inside for the rebound. 4th foul on Wayne Cooper. 4:37 left, Portland by 5. If you joined us late tonight, the Spurs had a 6-0 lead. Midway through the first quarter, the Blazers caught up and moved in front. The Spurs have been as close as one, but have never tied the game or regained the lead. Maxwell brings San Antonio within 4. And now 3 at 95-92 as we get a bird's eye view of the hemisphere and San Antonio pressure. Porter and Willie Anderson.
Now they got him chasing the ball, and defensively you got somebody that's open. They allow them to get back. Drexler gets it up against the defense.
Buck Williams, offensive rebound.
Porter again, big down the stretch. Terry's got 10 in the period. With Wayne Cooper keeping that ball alive for Portland and getting Porter that hoop.
And we have a timeout with 3:58 to play. From Hemisphere, Portland 97, San Antonio 92. Computerland Fast Stats, scoring by quarters. Down the stretch, Steve, it's been closer than a couple of bumpers at a destruction derby. Portland leading now by 5.
Portland won the first 2, lost the third, trying to win the fourth, and most important, and take this game in hand.
Here we go with 3:56 to go. Kersey pressuring Anderson. And the ball remains with San Antonio and the shot clock at 13. Knocked away by Kersey. Shot clock now at 7. Cummings. Shot on the way by Cheeks, and he scores. Maurice Cheeks. It's 97-94. .25 to play. 3-point game. Kersey.
They had Drexler at the basket. Maxwell was face guarding, threw the ball right into his back.
Vernon, Florida Flyer, out to Maurice Cheeks. Coming up on 3 minutes. Cheeks for Robinson. Will try again. Scores and is fouled and can tie the game with 2:59 to play. Buck Williams returns. Wayne Cooper now with 5 personal fouls. Danny Young comes out of the lineup. Cooper will stay in. David Robinson ties the game. 97 all with under 3 to play. Porter. Kersey. Blazers lead by 2. Big basket for Jerome. He has 14.
Both teams have played big down the stretch. Portland now has the lead again. San Antonio will try to answer. They've been trying to find David Robinson. They get him the ball.
Anderson. And Buck Williams pushed from behind by Terry Cummings. Second personal foul on Cummings. Sean Elliott in, Willie Anderson out.
Willie Anderson having a real tough time because he is an offensive player, and that last shot showed after a good start and being in and out of the lineup, he didn't shoot that with any confidence. He's on the bench with a lot of frustration.
You see the time remaining, and Portland leads by 2. Porter directing traffic. They isolate for Clyde with Maxwell. Drexler.
Well, you knew that eventually was going to happen, that they would get the open side with Robinson out of the key, and Drexler explodes in for 2 to give Portland a 4-point lead.
1:50 to play. Portland by 4. Cheeks. 101-99. Inside a minute 40. Cheeks with 14.
He'll come back with the same play. Maxwell still has the same problem, and as long as they can keep Robinson out of the paint, you have a chance to get to the basket. They go for the screen.
Buck Williams floats a little ice cream cone up and in. And we have a timeout with 1:17 to play. The Blazers, tough and gutty, holding on and leading by 4. George, is this a 20? I think they may have done it to us. I think they might have switched. Hold on.
It's a 20.
It's a 20. Pat Lafferty, Steve Jones courtside. 1:17 to play. Portland 103 and San Antonio 99. One nice characteristic, Steve, that you love to see is your team digging in and holding off the challenge of repeated thrusts, and that's what the Blazers have done.
They've done an excellent job, and with 1:17 to go, it'll be interesting to see how the Spurs attack.
Terry Cummings. The open man cheeks for three. Robinson. Turned away at the basket, but draws the foul. It's on Buck Williams, and he'll foul out of the game.
Well, he didn't have any choice. He had to try to make a play on the ball because Robinson was going to come over the top and probably tear it down. If he didn't, got a piece of the arm, he fouls out of the ball game. Rick Adelman now has to make a decision as to who will replace him after the miss. He's right there, and you'll see Buck trying to get to the ball before Robinson gets there.
103-99. Danny Young will come in. 58 seconds to play. Officials conferring. Danny Young had not come onto the floor, and now is there. Robinson does get credit for the first free throw. They now put it up on the scoreboard. So even though Portland did not have 5 men on the free throw counts, he misses the second, and Drexler soars for the rebound. Is pressured and lost the ball, and no foul is called. Cummings. 1-point game, 46 seconds to play. Shot clock 15. Cooper. Foul is called. Beautiful play by Clyde to find Wayne Cunningham.
Good exchange between Drexler and Cooper going to the basket to put the pressure on the official to make the play. The crowd has not liked any of the calls against Robinson tonight.
Robinson has 17 rebounds and 8 block shots. Here's Wayne Cooper. .103, 102, 31 seconds to play. A free throw from Wayne would make the lead 2. Neither team has made a 3-point field goal tonight. Blazers by 2. 31 seconds left. San Antonio timeout.
Trailblazers have worked real hard to get themselves in this position with 31 seconds to go. They've got to make this ball come over the top, making San Antonio use a lot of time in this possession. So if they get it back, they got to hold for one and put San Antonio in the position where they'd have to give up a foul in order to get possession of the basketball back. Brown, of course, is going to try to get himself in a position where he can get 2 shots for 1 with 31 seconds. So he's going to try to run a quick-hitting play, and the guy that has been making the big shot for them has been Cummings, so they'll try to go through Cummings. You see a look at the timeout situation for both teams.
Well, those aren't the baseline bums, but they did pass out face masks of all of the San Antonio players on the All-Star ballot. 5 of them, and those were handed out to the fans tonight. Computerland fast stats. Big margin at the free throw line, and most of that has come from Big David Robinson. He needs to put an extra quarter in that parking meter, Steve. 13 of 21 at the line.
Well, you know, he's a guy that's around the ball. He gets a lot of attention. He has the kind of game which will draw fouls. And I'm sure that Larry Brown is saying now David can do a better job of making those free throws. A lot of games like this, they will have an advantage coming down the stretch.
Portland scoring. Terry Porter with 21. 18 for Drexler, 17 for Cliff Robinson, and Buck Williams, who fouled out, had 16 points and 8 rebounds. Drexler with 13 rebounds, and he's been everywhere.
Clyde has struggled here in the second half of play in terms of getting the ball in the basket, but he's done everything else well. And they will need everyone's attention defensively on this possession. So they've got to be aware of their man and where the ball is. Sean Elliott will be the guy to trigger for San Antonio.
And you see the game story on your screen. Time remaining, 31.3 seconds. A 2-point Portland lead. And Elliott to toss it in. Cheeks with Danny Young.
They're looking for Cummings against Kersey. Tied him up.
Super job as Porter came to double and Jerome Kersey ties Cummings up.
Cummings took a little bit longer to get this ball away and decide what he was going to do, and by that time the sticky hands of Kersey had gotten to the ball. So Portland may have gotten their best call from the official at the key time.
17.8 left. Blazers by 2 points. And Portland has the ball. And a backcourt foul.
Well, I had no choice. I mean, you're in a situation where you don't have to put the ball in the air and you can get out of the ball game with the wind. Drexler will come to the line as Sean Elliott gave the foul that puts him in the penalty. And what Rick Adelman is thinking right now is give me at least one of these free throws and a little bit of breathing room. Willie Anderson, who thought he was going to be down for the count, redresses himself and is back in the ball game.
Clyde Drexler, who over the course of his career has been a very good pressure free throw shooter. Good free throw shooter in general, but he's been excellent in the clutch. Now Elliott is out, Anderson is in. 16 seconds left. Portland by 3. Drexler can push Portland up by 4 as the Blazers have met every challenge down the stretch. A 3-point play would tie. Maxwell for 3. Kersey gets the rebound in heavy traffic.
They have to foul him.
Yeah, sent into the crowd on the foul.
San Antonio in that possession seemed a little bit confused. I'm not sure that they wanted Maxwell to be the guy to trigger that 3-point field goal, but he put it in the air, and Portland comes up with a big rebound. Well, there's about 15,000, well, actually 14,278 here in attendance, and most of them think that they have seen the last of the San Antonio Spurs here, who won the first ball game against the Lakers. But after having that 6-point advantage, they've trailed all night long. Kersey gets the first to make it a 4-point lead.
What really a tremendous effort, I think, by the team, Steve, remembering what happened in Houston last night, the way they bounced back and the way they met challenge after challenge. A lot of character tonight. And we have a timeout and 6 seconds to play, and Portland leading San Antonio by 5 at 107-102. And there's happiness on that Trailblazer bench.
Well, it should be. They have earned this victory, and perhaps the biggest challenge is they were able to maintain their poise and presence against some tough whistles tonight when it appeared as though everything was going against them, even though they had control of the game, and San Antonio was making some big plays. They couldn't get a break, and they finally get a couple at the end to hold on to the lead. Now Brown has to come up with a 5-point play with 6 seconds to go.
He didn't have one of those for you in the ABA.
Well, they've got, the one thing Rick Adelman is going to tell his team, don't foul. Possession is everything. You can give up the 3, but don't give up the 4 on a quick shot. So you want to get the ball back, and if anything else, have a couple of ticks left where that other team either has to foul you to get the ball back, or you go into the locker room with a 2-point win.
Couple of quick reminders as we take a look at Computerland's, our Computerland stats board, our fast stats. Balanced scoring for the Trailblazers with Porter on top. He's at 10 in the quarter, and for San Antonio, it's Terry Cummings.
Well, both teams have had players play well at different stretches. You know, initially, San Antonio got out of the box with Cummings and Sean Elliott. Sean Elliott was big in that third period for them, where his cheeks came along, and David Robinson was steady in the first period. Clyde was big for Portland initially. Then we saw Cliff Robinson, and we see Terry Porter step up. And that's what both teams really have tried to get in remolding their teams, is good balance and some ability to score from a lot of different positions out on the floor.
107, 102, and 6 seconds to play. And you see the timeout situation with the Spurs down to a 20, and Willie Anderson will toss the ball in. Anderson
Good shot.
scores the 2, but it's a 2, and the Blazers lead by 3. And the foul on the inbounds, and now, as you see, just over 2 seconds to play.
That's all they could do, and so you've got 2.1 seconds left to go. Portland will come back to the free throw line, and of course on Brown's end, he's hoping that somehow he gets a couple of misses and then gets a three-pointer to tie the ball game. Rick Adelman again is looking for that breather in one free throw to give him 4, and 5, of course, puts it in hand.
It is 107, 104 with 2 seconds to play. Elliott in.
Willie
Anderson out.
I just made that basket, Larry. I want to know I'm coming out.
At the line, Terry Porter. Blazers finish a 3-game road trip Friday night in Dallas. Come home Sunday. Terry Porter with 22, 11 in the quarter. 108, 104.
They have no time left. They got to run it up the floor. The ball game is over.
And that's it. From the hemisphere, the Portland Trailblazers beat the San Antonio Spurs. The final score, 108-104. And our friends at Miller